What's up, Baller Nation? Augie Johnston here with BallerBootCamp.com, and I'm super excited today because in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to shoot a basketball the Baller Bootcamp way. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is footwork, okay? There's three main types of footwork that I teach players when it comes to shooting. The first two can be done off the dribble or the catch, and they're probably ones that you know. The third is probably one that you haven't been taught yet. Okay, so the first one is just the 1-2 step. So whether I'm dribbling and I get into my shot, 1-2, and I step into my shot, stride into it, that's the 1-2 step. Or if I receive a pass, right, I can go left, right, 1-2 step into my shot. You probably have seen that one before and been taught that one. The second one is the hop, or the jump stop, or more specifically the drop. Okay, so it's a hop is basically when you're gonna jump off one, land on two, and get up into your shot. You can do it off the dribble as well, off one, into your two. But what I meant by more specifically the drop is that we don't want to literally be jumping up in the air and hopping in the air and into our shot. We want to drop because it's a lot faster, and so we get a pass and we drop into our shot. Both feet are in the air for a slight second and we get off our shot like that. Now the third one is a good one to use off the dribble, and this is one I call freeze footwork because it's a really good way to freeze your defender. Okay, I'll show you one more time. And unlike the 1-2 step where we're going left, right, when the ball's in our right hand, this time we're gonna go right, left. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip off this left foot and bring it to the back. Skip, boom, to the back and step into it. One more time. Boom, freeze them into our shot. So those are the three kinds of footwork that I like to teach my players. Let's go ahead and get into the next part. Okay, now the next thing that I want to talk about when it comes to shooting is super important, and that's rhythm. Okay, rhythm is just a key word in basketball in general. Your ball handling has to have rhythm, your shot has to have rhythm, and when it comes to shooting, one good way to build rhythm is by dipping the basketball. Okay, so what I like to tell my players is down and up, down and up. I know some people don't teach the dip, they'd rather you catch it, keep it high, and shoot it. But go in the gym right now, shoot 50 shots, catch it, keep it high, and shoot it, and catch it, dip it, and have rhythm, and shoot it, and you'll see that the rhythm, the dip, is gonna help you make more shots, and that's really what it's all about, guys. So, like I said, one good way to get rhythm is on the catch, down and up. Okay, down and up. So when you go down and you're bending down, the ball moves down, and then you're able to go up into your shot. Now the reason we want rhythm is because once you develop rhythm in your training and your workouts, then that's one great way to build muscle memory. Now you have a rhythm that you can rely on. Anytime you get a catch in the game, you can just go right back to that rhythm, get into your shot. Also, it'll help you know when you have enough space to get a shot off and when you don't. For example, if I get a catch and a defender's so close to me that I don't have time to get into my rhythm, down and up into my shot, then I probably shouldn't shoot that shot. That's probably not a good shot. But I know if I can get into my rhythm, down and up, and get into my shot without a defender being on me, then I know I have enough time, enough space to get off my shot with my normal form, no rush to it, and that there is a good shot if you can make a high percentage, obviously. So that's the second part. We want rhythm, we want good footwork, we want good rhythm, and now let's go ahead and get into the next part. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the shooting chain. We talked about footwork and rhythm. We're about at this point now into our shot. We've dipped down. Now we need to get up into our shot. There's two types of shooters out there, and it doesn't matter what kind you are. Whatever's most comfortable for you is important. There's one motion shooters and two motion shooters. A one motion shooter, you want to think of someone like Steph Curry. He gets the ball, he gets up, he gets into a shot, he has an early release, and it's one motion into a shot. It's boom and shot. Okay, there's no hitches, there's no glitches, it's one motion into a shot. One motion shooters normally don't jump off the ground very high. Two motion shooters though, like myself, are ones that go into their shot, they rise up into the air, and then they release it, and it's almost like a two motion thing, okay? It's almost like it looks like they have a little bit of a hitch. Ray Allen is a two motion shooter, Kobe is normally a two motion shooter, and these are guys that like to jump up high and get off the ground really high and normally have really high release points. Okay, so back to the shooting chain now. Now the shooting chain, when referring to it, we're talking about power into your shot. Doesn't matter whether you're a one motion shooter or two motion shooter, this part of the shot needs to be the same. And that is the fact that when I go up into my shot, I want you to imagine that this is a hinge here, this is a little joint, got a little joint here, the hip is a joint, okay? So when I go down and bend down, I'm loading up all my power. Now when I go up, I need for my shoulder to rotate, and by the time this ankle snaps, this knee snaps, this hip snaps, I need to have this ball up into my set point. Okay, so it needs to be up here. So one more time, just slow motion. I'm down, I'm up. I'm down, I'm up. I'm down, I'm up. So as you can see, I'm able to get all this power from coiling down into my shot, because it's gonna all push through the elbow and finish with a high release. So this is kind of one of the biggest things that players struggle with, especially young players. You'll see them kind of jump up and then shoot it, especially if they put their elbows out for power. They'll jump up and then shoot it, and they'll have a really weird shooting motion right there. So we want the chain to be together so that we're here, 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 here. Okay, and if you're coaching some young players, show them that, have them demonstrate that to you so that they're able to, boom, have a lot of power into their shot and not miss short. All right, let's go ahead and get right into the next part. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is your elbow, right? We all know that you need to keep that elbow in. It can go out, right? It can be out here, but when you go up into your shot, when it gets to your set point, your elbow needs to be straight, okay? It needs to be in so that you can have a straight shot and not be shooting to the side, right, or left. Now, a lot of players, especially the young ones that I work with, they have a problem getting under the ball, okay? What I mean by under the ball is, even when I dip down and my shoulder rotates down, I'm still under the ball, okay? Watch here from the side. See how I'm kind of under the ball here? My wrist is cocked back. So I'm always under the ball when I'm going up into my shot. We don't want this wrist to ever come straight, and you'll see that with a lot of young players. When they go down, their wrist is gonna bend here, and then they go up into their shot and they fling it back over their head and they shoot it. We want to be under the ball the whole time, so when I go down, up, I'm always under that ball with the wrist back, elbow in, and now I can push my fingers through the basketball, okay? That's the last point. We want to flick our wrist and push our fingers through the ball to give it backspin, okay? We don't want to shoot with backspin on purpose. We don't want to spin the ball. We just want to shoot that ball and push our fingers through. It'll automatically spin back. And kind of rule of thumb is that when you take a shot, the ball should spin 3 times, 3 full rotations before it reaches the rim. Okay, and finally, we want to finish that shot with a follow through, right? We want our follow through to be straight, right into the basket. It should be pointing down a little bit, like fingers into the rim, and we want to have a high release. Okay, we don't want our release to be here. We want our release to be here. And the final little tip, and something that I see a lot of players struggle with, even at the college level, even at the pro level, is arc. Okay, start at a young age, focusing on shooting the ball with a lot of arc and not missing short. If you can shoot the ball with arc and not be short, you're gonna become a great shooter if you rep it out enough. Because like I always say, 90% of your misses, you're gonna miss short. 90% of your misses are gonna miss short. Okay, now the last tip I have for you guys, and probably the most important, is to shoot every shot on balance. It's easy to do when you're in the gym working out and taking your shots on balance, but once you get into the game, to run, get a catch, get up into your shot, full speed, and to stay on balance is a lot harder. So I make sure that my players are always on balance during our workouts, during our training, because we really want to focus on that muscle memory and building good habits. I personally don't like to teach the sweep and sway, where you kind of kick your legs out, or the turn, when you turn your body in the air. And I know you guys are probably saying, whoa, well, we've watched game film on Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry, and they all sweep and sway, and they kick their leg out and they turn. But you got to think, growing up, what were they taught? They weren't taught to go in the gym and rep out leg kicks all the time, and to rep out sweep and sway and kicking their legs. So me personally, I want to teach my players exactly what Steph Curry was taught, exactly what Kobe Bryant was taught at a young age, and that's to shoot on balance with good shooting form and not to try to kick your legs out and all that kind of stuff. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you guys click that like button. Also, leave me a comment, let me know what other kind of videos you want to see. If you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe, but most importantly, head over to ballerbootcamp.com. Head over there, I got a free workout for you that you can download, print out, and follow to improve your shooting, improve your ball handling. It's 100% free. Go ahead, click the link that's on the screen right now, or first link in the description, and I'll see you guys inside that workout.